Hi, Scott Lackman from 4510 TV, a community worth watching. Today's episode, viewers, we're catching up with Tracey Walker, President of Toastmasters Caboolture. How are you going, Tracey?
Very good, Scott.
That's good. Tracey, it's been a little while since we caught up. I think maybe a year or so ago. We're up at the Caboolture Hub and talking all things Toastmasters. What's happening with the club?
Oh, we're starting to grow. We're getting out and doing things in the community. We actually in negotiations with the USC campus about starting a day meeting up there. So we'll be looking at doing a demonstration meeting so that people can come along and the students and staff on the campus can actually get to know what Toastmasters is all about. So it's really exciting new year.
Yeah. And so University of Sunshine Coast, did they approach you or is...
No, Wayne, the head of the campus, approached me at a networking business. So we've been talking about that for a while now and it's all starting to come together.
To fruition. And I guess from that point of view, students or people, studying different education, the Toastmasters, do you think that's like building confidence or in their future careers, or why is that a simulation between Toastmasters and studying?
Everything in studying, you actually have to speak to people, you have to get up and do presentations, so it helps you to have that confidence to be able to speak to lecturers and other students, as well as doing the course requirements of presenting in front of an audience and using technology. And with Toastmasters, we have now 11 education paths for our members. So it gets down to simple things for people that could require to do a speech for somebody's wedding, or it could be an employer looking for someone to enhance their skills. There's so many attributes. We're even getting into technology in our education programs of creating podcasts. So technology is also coming into Toastmasters very much today as well.
Yeah, I imagine the last 12 months everyone's become an expert on Zoom and virtual meetings, but even if you're hosting those meetings or doing that online business, you still need to project yourself and you still need to have that confidence to hold an audience, even though they may be on the screen in front of you, but you still need to engage and have that confidence, yeah.
Yes, even on the fact that Toastmasters still goes ahead with their international contests, and that is online. And we have to teach people the fact that even though they're still being judged, they still have to be able to present in that virtual world.
Is the club, we're hopefully coming out of COVID times, the club, you're having your regular meetings again now?
Yes, we're back in the room, person to person. I think everybody got a little bit comfortable while we were on Zoom because we didn't have to get fully dressed and go out of a night time, those sorts of things. So that made it really easy. But now we're back in clubs, so people have to get dressed and come and do those things that we all have to do now in the real world.
Yeah, much preferably people turning up dressed for the meetings. Toastmasters, as we do on our 4510 TV, we'll have some links where people can make contact with you as the president if they want to come along, if they're curious, or even if through the USC, if through their programs, it's just another outlet that they can contact you for Toastmasters. But exciting news, catching up with you today, you've started a new business adventure you've launched recently, Turning Point for You Life Mastery. Tell us all about that.
It's about helping people to learn a different way and be conscious of their thinking. It basically, a lot of people don't become aware of what their thoughts. So if I said to you, think of everything yellow, your mind would automatically go to things that are yellow. But then if I ask the question, what was red? So your brain is an amazing tool how it works. So things that happened even when we were children, where a parent might have said something, our perception is informed that it was a bad thing. So example, when I was a child, I came home from school and I mopped the floor for my mum. She didn't know that, but the perception, because she came home and mopped the floor too, as a child, I thought, well, I didn't do a good enough job. So that thought has stuck with me for many, many years, and I doubted my capacity and my abilities. Okay. So my programs are Dream Builder. I help clients to create a life that they would absolutely love. And it's amazing when my clients come back and say, wow, I thought I was doing all of these things and I just was not aware. And now that they've got conscious thinking, they still pop into my online vision workshops just to get a refresher, and it's a lovely feeling. And some of my clients, as also I'm an EFT practitioner, which is emotional freedom technique, so it's tapping on the acupuncture points, and that helps some clients where they've hit a brick wall to clear that energy for them to have the success that they want.
Wow. I'd imagine, trauma comes in many forms, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Through your teachings, is that something that someone can keep researching, or is it the practical practitioner, like what you're doing to them, or is it something that they keep evolving, researching?
My programs are repeatable, so my clients can go back to week 1 and do it again. One of my clients came back and informed me that the second time into the dream building program, she went even deeper. And with the EFT, sometimes I can clear people with one session of EFT. I had a client that had a fear of dogs. And in one session, we basically cleared that so she can come down the park here now and see dogs, and she sees them as friendly, not these fearsome animals with these great giant teeth. And that was what her head was telling her. Wow. And we cleared that. So yeah, it comes in many, many forms. Cravings, trauma, it just goes on and on. PTSD, there's all these things that you can clear with EFT tapping.
So it's all just, in my simple terms, the pressure points. We're not talking hypnotherapy or being in a trance or anything. It's more touching those points. Is like you're also talking through that journey as you're touching those points?
Yes. And I get my clients as well, because I do a lot of visioning. So I get them to go into a space. So it's all about them. It's not about me. It's all about what comes up for them. And we bury so much. And through the tapping sessions, clients will bring up things and then they'll go, wow, where did that come from? And it's a memory that's linked them back. And that memory then has affected them into their adult life, and it has stopped them from moving forward.
You mentioned your example of mopping the floor, and maybe you didn't do a good enough job and mum came after you. What got you into this field? Were you looking for some clearance yourself, or how did you get into the tapping side of the therapy?
For me, my journey goes back over 30 years ago when I started this journey, coming from a very violent alcoholic background in childhood. And it only took one person to come into my life to help me change the way I think about things and see things. And I've never stopped searching, I suppose. This came about because I needed, I suppose, a 4B2 to hit me. So I was teaching, and very successful teaching, helping students for many years to succeed where other teachers just couldn't get through to them. And something hit me to sort of say I needed to go out and start doing this as a career. Wow. So I started looking for a program that was a curriculum. And I'm not a life coach that sits down and has a chit-chat with you. For my programs, there are meditations, there are audios to listen to, there's life work, and we get together on a regular basis to see what comes up.
Interesting. Something very new for us today, a topic there. Turning Point for You, Life Mastery. Again, we'll have some links to all your new platform that you've created. Anything else you'd like to add for today, Tracey?
No, for my business, I would say let it begin with you, because that's my tagline. And I think we all need to take that first step and make that decision for our own success.
Yeah. And to add to that, I think in conclusion, we've all been through a troubled past 12 months, globally, locally, financially. I think now is the time to be self-aware and take self-care and make sure that we are looking after ourselves so that we can look after others in our community. Yeah. But thank you for your time. Tracey Walker, President of Toastmasters Caboolture, and now Turning Point for You, Life Mastery. I've said it 3 times, so I got it right the last time. But all the very best in your business endeavours. And I know you're a great networker locally at business events, and I encourage people to reach out if they see Tracey and just explore maybe where you can help them personally.
Thank you very much for
All
your
right.
time.
Thank you.